Good afternoon, tribe, and welcome again to this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesdays. I know it might not look like it, but it's been a rough week. And in that rough week, it's often very difficult to find a smile. But I found it. I found it because I was able to look at my situation differently. And what it reminded me of, and I actually went to Reddit, was a blog post that I posted some years ago around reaching crossroads in your life. And I must warn you, today's Wisdom Wednesday is a bit longer than usual. But yeah, I see Crossroads as having four options. You can go straight ahead, you can turn around and go back, you can turn to the left path, or you can turn to the right path. And the right path means exactly that. It is the right path for the entire system. The straight path looks like safety. It's about moving forward with blinkers on and repeating the same patterns that brought us to this crossroad itself. You become victim to circumstance and blaming the things that are outside of our control. This choice presents itself as people who say things like, I can handle this, I've handled worse. But underneath, you're white knuckling through life, calling exhaustion strength and numbness resilience. This usually is the victim role in Karpman's drama triangle. The left path whispers, make them feel what you feel. Then they'll finally understand. And God, doesn't it feel like justice for the moment? Until you realize you're building your prison from their mistakes. It's the easiest part to fall into, as it stems from the fight or flight reaction part of our brain, and it represents itself as anger and resentment. This shows up as the persecutor in the drama triangle, and sometimes it is the last and final response for peeps who try to rescue others. Now, turning around and going back really isn't a choice, because all you're doing is making sure that this crossroad exists in another time and place, and you will face it in the future at some point and would have to choose differently. These three parts that I mentioned are useful, and they're the ones we go to very quickly and easily. It's good can come from them, but the results I've experienced are short-lived and often easily reversed at the next crossroads. So the right path asks you to do something seemingly unreasonable. The right part is where you stop reacting to your circumstances and you start creating from them. It's the part to connect even when you want to disconnect, to co-create more balanced outcomes for the system that might even help the people that hurt you or put you at this painful crossroad that you're at. It asks you to surrender your ego and dig into the pot of mercy that exists. And I can tell you, the magic created is long-term and abundant. The painful crossroad that I'm at this week has allowed me to experience pain and then to be able to see the joy and appreciation that exists for the things and the blessings that I do have in my life, and actually provide more energy into those. And they can't be taken away from you by anybody. So if you're standing at a crossroads right now and you want to explore what your right path looks like, comment Crossroads or reach out directly.